So you did such a great job singing that first song, I think we should sing a little bit more. I'd like for you to do something. Look at your hands. Look down at your hands. For those of you that might have open-toed shoes on, look at your feet.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty.
And if you don't, feel your feet inside your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering what you might have done with your hands and your feet already this day to make worship happen. So often as we get ready to leave our worship service, I'll say, as we prepare to take our worship outside these walls, and I just wonder how many of us actually think about making worship happen as we go about our lives, not on Sundays. Do we bring the presence of God, the reign of God, to everyone that we come in contact with by the things that we say and by the things that we do with our hands and with our feet? So I'd like for us to sing this song together this morning, and as we do, we're going to sing the whole thing. Typically we've just sung the very last chorus of this, but the first chorus asks us a question. Does our worship have hands? Does it have feet? Does our worship stand tall in the face of injustice? I want us to think about that and maybe even look at your hands and look at your feet. And as we sing, there's a bridge that says, so if we raise our hands high, let us also reach them out. If we lift our voices up, let it be the sound of love. Maybe this morning you might need to physically do that with your hands just to remind you and remind us that the things that we do outside of this are really important for making God's presence real in the lives of others. So let's sing this together. After all the songs are sung and our prayers for your reign come, did we bring honor to the words we sing? Does our worship have